Alright, I don't know if this ever make video or not, but I thought it'd be interesting because it's been a long time since I've been under this truck. This is my, let me back up. This is my 2001 Chevy 1500 HD. Now, I haven't really got into the HD thing, I don't believe. I may have and forgot, but either way, GM made this for what my understanding is a couple of different reasons. One is you could not get a crew cab and a half-ton pickup these years. From 99 till 2002, I don't believe you couldn't get a crew cab that wasn't a 3/4 ton. So to fill that gap, I think they decided to do a 1500 HD, but I'm not sure if that was the reason why, or because in some states it requires different tagging depending on what the vehicle's weight rating is. So if it's rated 1500, then you get charged X amount. If it's a 2500 or 1 ton, then you get charged more. I don't know if that's the case or not, but basically what these did was they used a 3/4 ton front and rear axle, the 6-liter with a 4L80 transmission, but used the standard grill and nose, not the HD. They actually had a hump in the hood. The bumper actually had a drop in the center section there, had a little more openings in it than the grill drop for bigger bigger airflow, more airflow, because these you could get with a diesel. This 1500 HD that they made from 2000 and it's either 2000 or 2001 till like 2004, something like that anyway. Maybe that's when the crew cab came out of half tons. I really don't remember, but either way, the 6-liter was all you could get in this. I don't think you could get the 8.1. Don't quote me on that, but I know you could not get the the 6.6. Anyway, I was rotating the tires. It's going to sound stupid because I hate doing stuff like this, but I was in a hurry last time. About 5-6 years ago when I bought this, it had a rear seal leaking on the other side on the axle. So I pulled it apart and I noticed the brakes were a little thin, but not bad. But I thought, well, since I'm there, because it's such a hassle to get these bolts out, everything is Loctited in that holds those brackets, and boy, they're hard to get out. And you have to basically torch them out or break your tools trying to get them out, because you can't get an impact because the leaf spring's in the way. You can do it on the bottom, but you can't do the top one. So anyway, I did not do this side. And while I was rotating tires just a little while ago, I realized that this brake pad's thin. It's not wore out, but it's time to do it. And I had the brake pads left over, so from this side. So I thought I'd just go ahead and do it. Well, I forgot how hard these were to get off, because they use, I got the bottom bolt out. Let me pull it out here. Here's a T50 Torx on these, and it's a round flat head, and there's no way to get a hold of it except that. And what I'm running into is, here's my T55, which is fine, and it goes on there, but you can't get, there's no way to get my wrench on there then. So it makes it very hard to get this off. So I beat the crap out of this and lubed it all up, moved the brake line and beat on it. And I got the bottom one out after doing that, but the top one's still being a pain. Then I realized something. After you pull the bottom bolt, I think you can just swing this up out of the way. Yeah, and you can get your pads out without having to take that off. And honestly, if you really wanted to, I don't know if there's enough space. You could actually get the entire caliper out and leave that bolt in place. I'll have to re-lube that anyway, clean it and re-lube it. But anyway, that allowed me to get that out, and you can get these brake pads out. Now, I think you can get these brake pads out without taking this bracket out. I don't remember. I may still have to pull that bracket. I'm just not sure. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you can do that without pulling that top bolt, because that was a pain. And I fought it, and then realized once I got the bottom one out, I could swing that up out of the way enough to do it. So anyway, if anybody's doing these HDs of these years and you're doing the rear brakes, you can do this without having to get that bolt out and tear your tools and fingers and everything up, trying to get it out, or buy special tools. So anyway, I'm going to get after this a little bit more. I did find some other problems that I'm not going to get into at the second. I may do a video on it, but I've always known that the front end had a little bit of sway in it. And mind you, these tires are oversized. They're supposed to be 245s. These are 285s. And I knew that the idler was a little loose on this, and I've kind of let it go because I'm really the only one that drives it. Well, now we got a vacation where there's going to be 5 of us in it, and it's going to be probably 1,800, 1,900 miles, and I want this thing to be right. So I jack it up and find that the wheel bearing on the passenger side is really loose. I don't have it jacked up where I'd show you. Like I said, I may do a video. Then I found the inner tie rod on the passenger side, and that idler is even worse. So I bought all the parts. Some of them will be here tomorrow, some of them I got. So I'll probably do a video on doing the front end on this, and I'll take it down and get it aligned, and of course I'll put brakes on it because I think it's time. And anyway, so I thought I'd show you this real quick because there's not really a lot of videos on the HDs that are the 1500s, because the 2500s are different, especially the newer ones. They actually have a bolt head instead of the Torx, and of course the axle sticks out. The nub does on the, well, the axle does. This is a floating axle. No, excuse me. This is a non-floating, and the 3/4 ton that has the bolts on the outside of the axle shaft that sticks out. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not. If you've ever been around 3/4 ton, those are floating axles. But anyway, so I'm going to get after this. I'll talk to you later.